Hello everybody, welcome to CIS121. I am your professor, Bob Hendry. A few things before we get started. For those of you that have had me before, the first couple sessions, it usually takes me a little bit to kind of find the groove a little bit because I see all the stuff that we need to do throughout the semester, so I kind of channel surf a little bit, so bear with me. Now this is going to be a short video, and this is actually our short virtual class so what I'm going to do here in our virtual class, in this recording, is I'm going to go over a couple things. I'm going to go over the course. I'm going to talk about the syllabus and bring the syllabus up and show you what's on it and kind of emphasize that that's where we're going to have all of our assignments, that's where we're going to have our attendance, and that's where we're going to have all of our links into our assignments. A little bit more on that later. And that's really pretty much it. At that point, you're going to be kind of on your own to go through and start doing the reading and start doing the assignments. So anyway, this course is your first introduction or your first course into programming. Now, all of you or most of you have had like CIS121 where you start maybe programming a little bit, and but not really too much more than that. So this course will teach you the basics and the fundamentals of programming. Now, it doesn't really matter which language because the fundamentals of programming really kind of stretch across all different languages. So although we're going to be using a variety of languages in this course, don't really put a lot of weight on the languages we're using because we're just learning the concepts. I mean, it would almost like reading a book maybe to learn English, or reading a Ford manual to learn how to fix a car, or I don't know, reading a book just to learn how to do something. So the purpose of this class is really the fundamentals of programming, not necessarily the language itself. But you will learn languages, and as you go through your programming career, you're going to use the concepts that you learn here and apply them to different languages. As you go through your programming career, you're going to realize that all languages use the same basics. If any of you are musicians out there, if you play guitar, piano, drums, anything, you probably know what I mean. You don't necessarily learn songs. You learn techniques, and if you learn techniques, chords and beats and things like that, you can apply them to music and songs. Programming works exactly the same way. You don't necessarily learn languages, you learn the fundamentals, and then what you do is you put them together into programs. So we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun class. I like teaching this one. This is one of my favorite ones because all of you are taking this because you want to learn or you're thinking about learning how to program. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you our syllabus. Now, you have the link to the syllabus. Don't panic because you're looking at the syllabus and you're just like, wait, Bob, where do I find this? Again, you have the link. Look in your email. You're going to see a link that says syllabus CIS121, and that's where you go here. A couple things about that as far as my communication goes. If you notice, I try to keep my communication extremely short and to the point, except for maybe rambling videos like this, because especially electronic communication, like emails, I don't want you to tune me out. I don't want you to go, oh, God, this is one of Bob's millions of emails with 1,000 things in it. I only send the class, again, like the whole class, emails once in a while, and it's usually something important like this one. Like you have an email for the start of the class, you need to know where the video is, and you obviously know where it's at because you're listening to it now, and you need to know where the syllabus is. But other than that, I pretty much keep our communication one-on-one. I don't send reminders. I don't send, as we talked about in class today, I kind of leave it on your own to do that. I mean, we're all adults here, right? So I kind of leave it on your own to kind of manage your time without really a lot of reminders, and I don't spam you. I really don't. So this is our syllabus. Now, please go over this. I'm not going to read it to you. You know what this is. A couple things that are noteworthy, though, is you have my email address in my phone. That's my real phone number. I'm text friendly. If you need to talk to me, please give me a call. I won't screen you unless I'm driving or in class or sleeping. And if so, I'll just send me a text message to give you a call back. Try not to send me a voicemail if you can, because sometimes it takes me a while to get to those. Just maybe send me a text message and say, hey, Bob, this is Sam from CIS121. Please give me a call. And that works perfectly. I can get back to you usually within an hour. Now go over the learning objectives. And I'm going to show you here on the second page. I'm going to show you our assignments and our grading scale. Now, if you look here, notice our assignments are really divided into 8 different lab assignments. Now, these 8 different lab assignments is really most of our grade. If you look at our midterm and our final, we have only 10% on our midterm, which is going to be electronic take-home, take it virtually, 10% on our final. Again, it's going to be electronic, and you could take it virtually. But 80% of our grade is in our weekly assignments. Now, this is important because these are assignments that you work on, and you can ask my help on. So we could work individually with you, and if you need help or you need to turn it in, I always allow you to return it in. So if there's something wrong, you can give it back. I can give it back to you. We can go over how you can improve your grade. But you'll fall into that. Don't really worry about that too much. Just worry about doing your first assignment and your lab assignment. You kind of got on the left, I'm going to point out that's not the due dates. That's just the week. Like, for example, week 1 starts on August 22nd. Week 3 starts on September 5th, so on and so forth. So you have here, again, standard grading scale. And under that, you have attendance. This is how you take attendance for CIS 121. All you need to do is click on that link. It's self-explanatory. I'm not going to do it, so I'm not going to click on it. So just click on the link. You'll see your name and you'll see the date. Just put a check mark by it. That just means that you were here. That's all you need to do. The reason is many of you, or all of you actually, have the option to take these classes remotely. For example, our in-person classes are optional. I'll say that again. Our in-person classes are optional, and I'll tell you why. Our in-person classes, where we meet in our classroom on Mondays and Wednesdays, is only going to be for one-on-one tutoring and for individual instruction and questions. Meaning, and I'm going to say this a few times in the first weeks, there's no new lectures, no new material in our in-class sessions. We just go over questions you have. Translation: if you're comfortable with how things are going, you don't have any questions, you don't have to come in. We don't take attendance in class. You take attendance virtually. So you can only attend class in person if you have questions and if you need me to sit down with you and go over, certain things. Now, notice on the syllabus, or I'll mention on the syllabus, all of your assignments are on the back of your syllabus. That's where you find them. We don't use Blackboard. Blackboard doesn't allow a lot of things that we need. It has limits on the size of videos, and it also doesn't allow a lot of resubmissions. You can't really completely unsubmit something. So we don't use Blackboard. We just use just standard email to turn in assignments. But you'll see all of the assignments for the semester on the syllabus. So all you need to do is go to the syllabus, go to the assignment, and you'll see it there. That's where you'll find it. Now, when you click on the assignment, you'll see the due date, and you'll see dues, like do this, do 1, do 2, and do 3. And also we have viewing. Now, don't worry about the dates on this. I'm showing you an old one, a previously used one, just so it's filled out and you see, what it kind of looks like. But so you open up the assignment, and then you click on the viewing, and then you click on the different links. Now, there's no books in this class. Everything is online and everything is free. All of the material that you need for reading, for whatever, are on your assignments. Easy peasy. Again, recipe. Go to the syllabus. At the end of the syllabus, you'll see the assignment, and they'll be posted as the semester goes. Assignment 1 all the way through assignment 8. Sometimes I'll get ahead a little bit, and maybe I'll post something with a few weeks to go. With a few weeks before a due date, but usually I don't. Usually I kind of stick with what we're doing, because sometimes I don't want you guys to work ahead too much, but I might start doing that as the semester kind of goes on. So go to the assignment, do the viewing, and then do the actual dues. Now, I would suggest highly that you do the viewing first, and then you do the, do 1, do 2, and do 3 for the assignment. That seems to be a really good path to success. And then if you have any questions about the assignment, we work remotely with you. Again, class in person is, Monday and Wednesday all the time. Now you're freaked out. You're like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, that just means individually, if you have questions, we work remotely. If you have a question on a Friday or a Wednesday or a Monday or a Sunday, send me an email or a text, and what we'll do is we'll set something up on, I prefer to use Zoom, but some of you don't use Zoom, but we'll use anything that you want to. If you want to use Teams, we'll use that. Zoom, hopefully, Blackboard if you have it. So what we'll do is we'll meet remotely and we'll go through your assignment. Again, that works out well. I mean, this is the new normal now. On Tuesday, you have a question. Don't wait till Monday to ask it. You could ask me then. Just send me some kind of communication, and we'll meet remotely to take care of that. That kind of fits into what I mentioned about our class time on Monday and Wednesday really just being kind of a lab. Think of it as you walk in, you sit down. If you have questions, come get me and say, Bob, I got a question on this. Hopefully, you'll let me know previous to that so I know what you have a question on, so I could do some research and I could prepare for you. But you don't always have to do that. I don't want you to think that, if you don't have a question prepared, you can't come to the in-person sessions, because you can. But it helps if you let me know if there's something specific you want to work on. But when you come on Mondays and Wednesdays, there's going to be no lecture. You're going to see me sitting at my desk, working with people, going around working with people. So there's going to be no, okay, everyone, we're all ready to start class, because all of that is done remotely. Now, how do you find that? Again, really simple, easy peasy. All you need to do, again, for the 50th time, I'm sorry I repeat myself a lot, go to the syllabus. You have a link for the syllabus. In the syllabus, you're going to have your assignment. In the assignment, you're going to have the links for your viewing. And half of your viewings are going to be lectures like this. It's going to be me recording something the day before our class, and I'll be going over something. I'll say, this is what we're going to do. Today, we're going to learn how to write a Java program, and these are the steps to do it. So they're not necessarily, really lengthy ones, but the thing is they really lend themselves into small, digestible portions where you could kind of learn them on your own. And then when you have questions, we could schedule the one-on-one time. That's really all I had for you today. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And you could start doing your assignment 1. Start doing the viewing. I'll be posting the updated links really just in a few minutes, and you should be all set to go. Remember that our attending in person is optional. And you can, it's really just for one-on-one work, and it's for focused questions you may have. The meat of the class is really, like I said, go to the assignments, click on the links, and you're going to have all the instructional videos that I will be recording for you. All right, folks, welcome to class. I'm glad you're all here. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thanks for making it this far, and I bid you all a very well rest of the day. Thank you.